Today I'm at Grimm's Fuel and I'll be talking to Jeff. Good morning.
Morning.
And we're going to be talking about mulch and why it's such a great time to do that in the fall. And can you explain that more?
Sure. Mulch, fall is a good time to mulch. It helps put a nice layer of mulch down. You get to protect the plants and the root systems from the winters and the freezing temperatures. Another good property is a nice mulch will actually add nutrients to the soil. So as the rains come down, it'll add nutrients and help promote plant growth throughout the year.
And then how about how deep should we be putting it on our gardens?
Well, if it's a first application, you might go as much as 3 inches over the soil. And if it's a new application, you might go up to 3 inches.
All right, and I know we're going to talk about some different types. What kind is this behind us?
This is our garden mulch compost. It's an all-organic compost made from the stuff that comes into our yard debris recycling center. It's a nice, fine, black organic compost. It's good for either top dressing like we're talking about, a nice mulch on the top, or you can also till it in and incorporate it into poor quality soils to help get some structure and some nutrients into those poor quality soils, like all the clay that we have in the area.
Okay. I know that you have a sample bin over here and we're going to go look at different textures, so maybe we can go over there right now.
Okay, good.
Jeff, you have a great display here and we can see exactly what's a mulch, and there's fir bark and there's even gravel. So what is considered a mulch?
Well, mulch by definition is anything that you put on the top of the ground to protect roots and prevent erosion. So it's kind of an all-encompassing term, if you will.
Okay.
And then we have all these products can be used as mulch, of course. The garden mulch, which we just talked about, is the fine black compost. You could also use wood chips if you want as a mulch. Actually, most people use this in either playground areas or pathways in their gardens and stuff. And then you get down to the more traditional bark dust. The hemlock bark dust is a nice mulch. It doesn't have the slivers like you get from the fir bark dust, for example. And then you can get it in a dark shade or a lighter shade, if you will. Not as nutritious, not as good for your plants and soils as a garden mulch, because there's just not in there. It's a lot of acids and tannins in bark dust, and that's to protect the tree from the bugs. And so you don't get a lot of nutrient properties from a bark dust. In fact, bark dust, as it breaks down over time, it's actually going to require some nitrogen and pull that out from someplace, out of the soil or the air, to break down over time.
So a better choice would be the garden mulch if you want to build up your soil and add some organic matter.
That's correct, yeah. And as the garden mulch works into the soil, it's going to help get some structure into that soil and some nutrients, help break up that clay again.
All right. Well, there's a lot of different things. There's something for everyone, different colors. If you want to go to darker black almost, to light brown to reddish, there's really something for everyone, and it just depends on what your soil needs or what your garden needs.
That's correct, yeah. When you're talking about top dressing, a lot of times it's personal preference. So if you absolutely got to have that fresh reddish look, you're pretty much stuck with the more traditional red fir bark dust.
Right. Well, I think that if anybody had any questions, they can give you guys a call at Grimm's. Go onto your website or go on to gardentime.tv and you can click over to Grimm's. Well, thank you so much for having us out here and all the great information and kind of explaining exactly what that's all about.
Sure. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks.